Welcome to the finale of the Danny Hartun show. We're ending it where it started here on this couch with the first guest I ever had on the show, Into Misery.
Yes, sir. I'm very glad to be back.
Yes, sir. I'm glad that you're the last episode.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good one. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I got work tomorrow, so we're not looking forward to that. But I had a nice 2 days off while it lasted.
Yeah. God bless the economy. All right, anyways,
Amen.
tell the people what you do.
I make emo alternative music, inspired by punk rock, pop punk, emo rap, classic emo music. Inspirations would range from Brennan Savage, Blink-182, Green Day, Sum 41, Lil Peep, Nothing Nowhere. I'm all over the place. But yeah, we're here, man. We're finally here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, like, what have you been up to recently?
Well, me and my wife had our kid back in September, so I haven't done as much music since then as I would have hoped to. Um, it's kind of hard to record full volume vocals if there's a baby sleeping in the next room over. But I've been able to record probably maybe 3 songs since then, maybe 4. Um, I don't know, man. I still have a ton of stuff in the vault that I haven't released. I don't know. I mean, lots of good stuff coming for sure. Um, but as he gets older, I'll be able to definitely spend more time recording and get more of my stuff out there. I've decided this week that I'm going to start focusing more on TikTok and Instagram. I hate TikTok with all of my being, but I know too many people who have found success through TikTok. Super short videos, not much editing, just to get your music out there and get people to hear it. So that's definitely a goal for me in this new year.
Um, do you think that like being a father has like affected your artistry in any way, or like your music in any way?
Um, Not necessarily, because I feel like most of my music nowadays is about not being happy with where I'm at, and not in terms of my personal life, but more I guess, my work life, my social life, because I'm still not really where I want to be with either of those. I mean, I'm working in a warehouse right now. That's definitely not ideal. It's not something I enjoy doing, but it's what I got to do to pay the bills. Um, I don't know, man. I mean, it's like I was saying to you before we started this, is I don't miss high school, but I do miss the freedom I had and the access I had to friends and a social life.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Are there any high school stories you want to tell real quick?
Ooh.
Just a funny one.
Let's see. Well, I'm thinking.
Wait, weren't you in a band? Wasn't it like Jenga blocks or
Oh my
something like
God,
that?
judo vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
judo vibes. Are there any illicit activities going on with judo vibes back in the day?
A lot of graffiti in the sewers under
Yeah,
Franklin, but that's it. I mean, that's not that crazy.
yeah, we talked about that the last time
Yeah, we
too.
did. Um, did I tell you about the time we played a Christmas parade?
No.
All right, so we learned a bunch of punk rock Christmas songs, pop punk too. I mean, we learned some Ramones, Blink-182, that type of shit. And we put my drum set, we put the guitar amps and everything, and the all of our speakers and everything. We put it onto a trailer, hooked it up to this dude's pickup truck, and he drove us through the Franklin Christmas parade. And we were just playing punk rock music. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it was awesome. We had a bunch of people actually come up to us and ask us to
that's like the most Franklin thing I've heard,
100%.
which is great.
We had people coming up and asking us to play parties though,
Mm-hmm.
and we broke up like a week later, so it didn't matter. So
That's punk as fuck.
that is punk as fuck. Get people's expectations up and then just
And then
don't ever
fucking
respond.
quit it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just like this
Um,
podcast.
No, you know what? You got bigger things coming on that you're gonna be doing. So I think it's wise to focus on the things you're more passionate about.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things I want to do, but I'm not going to pursue because I have more important things I want to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, photography is one of them. I mean, I don't know if we talked about this last time.
I don't think so.
So I did a dual enrollment at a college when I was in high school, where I studied photography and graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, I'm still doing graphic design to this day. I do all my cover art. I do it for a bunch of friends. But photography, I did for a while. Um, Basically, a bunch of shit happened. I stopped doing photography. Um, I was pissed about it at the time, but now I'm kind of glad I did because it gave me more time to focus on music. Um, so I can definitely understand a thing or two about having to give up something you like for something you love, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how it is. I don't have anything intelligent to say.
That's okay.
Um, yeah.
We're chilling, man, you know?
You thought of
We're-
any? You thought of any high school stories though? Or just
Yeah,
stories,
you know
just
what?
fun stories
I'm
in the
thinking
past.
of one time. I'm thinking of one time in high school when my friend, he and I were on top of a parking garage, and I had just turned
Hell
eight.
yeah.
I had just turned 18. So
Mm-hmm.
I was basically like at the point where I was like, okay, I can't do any more stupid shit because if I do, I can like get arrested for real.
Mm-hmm.
So we were at the top of the parking garage where there are cameras. He started throwing shit down on cars, water bottles, light bulbs, trash, just whatever we could find up there. And as we were leaving, some car stops me and he goes, "Hey, there's something wrong with your tire." And he gets out of his car and he goes to the back and takes a photo of my license plate.
That's
So
fucking
he was
awesome.
fucking lying to me. Nothing wrong with my tire. He wanted my license plate.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "We're calling the cops on you." And
Mm-hmm.
we hid in a park. Now, I'm gonna be fully honest. I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. You know, I purposely made sure I was not throwing anything because, like I said,
Yeah.
I'm 18 now. I can't do stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I will say I certainly wasn't egging him on. I wasn't telling him to do that shit, but yeah.
Did you start a fight club in Boy Scouts, or are those rumors not true?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Gosh, come on, man.
Can't confirm it or deny it.
Damn it.
But if it did happen, it didn't. You know what I'm saying?
First rule of Fight Club, you can't talk about Fight Club.
Precisely.
So I understand.
Yeah. You know what?
We had a different kind of Tyler though.
Different kind of what?
Tyler.
Yes. Yes, we did.
Yeah. Shout out to Tyler.
Shout out to Tyler, man.
You know who you are.
Yes, he does.
All right, let's look at some of the songs that you released
Fuck yeah.
in the past year.
We got
I
a
know
lot.
that a lot of the song you were talking about the Lil Skelly and the Bill Saber song,
Mm-hmm.
like the last time we talked, or last time you were on the show, but they weren't out yet. So
That's correct.
those songs came out. You got some with Atticus. What's your favorite song that you've released in the past year?
Go back up. It's probably Anxiety. Go up a little bit.
This one right here.
It's definitely Anxiety. I love that one.
Okay.
I like Burn the Bridge too. That one's a good one. That's the one I just dropped. And then, let's see. It's Monday, so in 5 days on Friday, 4 days, whatever. However you want to count it. On Friday, I'm dropping a new song called Winter Again. And it's basically about how screwed up my head gets during the winter time, seasonal depression and all that. And that one's really good too. I'm excited for that one. I'm excited to see how that goes, see how it's received. Now that one right there, Everything. That was, I don't do many like acoustic type songs, but that was one I wrote for my wife. So yeah,
Yeah.
love that one too.
Yeah, that one's very like somber and sweet.
For sure.
That song.
Let's see what else we got on there. Well, obviously we got our hyperpop with Atticus. That was super fun.
This was my favorite song you released in the past year.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is this one right here?
That song rocks, actually, dude.
Yeah.
Like his vocal production on that. Like I let him do all the vocals because I don't do hyperpop, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I just let him do vocals, and that shit turned out phenomenal. Um, and then of course we got the Bill Saber song, which actually did way better than I thought it was going to do. I think it's number 3 on my profile right now still.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so not too bad for that. My another goal for this year is to get my top song, "Kill Myself." I want to get that to 500,000 streams. Um, I know there's like certain numbers that record labels and companies will look for when looking at new artists. So I think 500,000 would be a good place to start. Because at this point, I'm trying to find a maybe if I need to find a different path to pursue my music through, if that needs to be through a record label or if it needs to be independent. I just kind of want to get all my options out there on the table though, just to see what the best path forward is.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So what would you look for in a record label deal?
Well, the number one issue I've seen with friends, because I have a lot of people I know that work with record labels, is definitely I want to be able to release whatever I want, whenever I want, which I know a lot of labels are probably not going to be a fan of.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand. I don't understand why they don't want their artists releasing more stuff, but I don't know. Like I said, I've never been signed, so I can't say for sure. I feel like I would also like to be responsible for not necessarily booking shows, but choosing where I get to play shows and choosing who I play shows with. Because I know a lot of the time record labels will just pick. They'll pick local acts, or they'll pick other acts on their label.
Yeah.
And put them with me, and I feel like I could make a better selection of artists that are more similar to me. That would, I mean, probably a lot of my listeners listen to as well. So I don't know. Just I feel like I'm pretty easygoing, and I'm not asking. I wouldn't ask for like a shitload of money. I just want enough to be able to support my family. Which is not that much actually. I barely make anything at the warehouse job I'm at right now. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not too picky. I mean, but what can I say? Beggars can't be choosers. I can't. I'm I, I'm not signed. I haven't gotten any offers ever, so I'm not really one to make demands. But we'll see.
Would you ever want to start your own label?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that'd be interesting for sure. I know nothing about running a label, but I would love to do some type of job that would allow other artists to find exposure and find success in what they're passionate about. So, yeah, no, I mean that's definitely on the table for way down the future.
Yeah. Let's see. So like your cover art has kind of changed this past year, I would say.
Yeah, there's a lot more photos of me.
Yeah.
There's a lot more like nature. Um, when I started making music, like I said, I was heavily inspired by Nothing Nowhere, and he never shows his face. But I wanted to be more personable. I want to be able to see me for who I am, so I started doing more cover art with my face on it, photos I'd taken. Here, let me show you this real quick. So the cover art for Anxiety.
Oh, okay.
Do you know where that one? You know where I took that photo?
I have a couple ideas.
Guess.
Was it not straight?
I took the photo in Midjourney. This is AI generated.
Oh, okay.
One thing I want to say, if anyone watches this wants to give me shit about using AI, I have never ever paid anyone to make me artwork for any of my songs. Actually, I paid one person, just because I wanted to give them my business.
Yeah.
I could have made it myself, but I was, I'm a graphic designer. This is what I do. But I did work with one person. But I have no shame in using AI because I was either going to make it myself or I was going to have AI make it for me. So it's not like anyone was going to get paid anyway. No one's missing out on money, so don't blame me. Because I know a lot of people get all up in arms about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if you're someone who is unable to make their own artwork, if you're typically relying on other people and you're paying other people and then you switch to AI, I get it. You're saving a lot of money, but if you're removing yourself from the pool of consumers for graphic designers, that is screwing some people over. So I understand the anger and frustration towards AI with that. But with me myself, I've never been in that pool of consumers. I've always just made it
Mm.
myself, which is why I don't feel guilty about using it. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think people should feel guilty about that personally. I think as long as it's like tasteful and like true to you, then I think it's fine.
yeah,
So you talked about like sometimes you use AI to construct like a part of the image, but then you kind of like create what's
yeah.
surrounding it.
So the other one I was thinking of was Serial, the Bill Saber song.
Yeah.
A lot of parts of that background are AI generated.
Mm.
Obviously, there's the photo of me and the photo of Bill. Obviously, those are not. The logo I made myself, and a lot of the textures in the background were also um, components I already had on my computer. So I also sometimes use it just for part of an image, you know. Just
Yeah.
if I'm trying to make something and I can't make it the way I want it to look, I'll just fuck around with AI till I get something that looks perfect, you know.
Mm. Yeah.
I don't my view on AI is uh, it's a kind of a tool, um, a very powerful tool, and it is unfortunately going to put a lot of people out of work.
Yeah. How do you feel about like AI and like music specifically?
Um, okay, so I think having AI write songs for you, I think that's bullshit. I think
Yeah.
you should put the work in.
Yeah.
Also, it sucks most of the time.
Mhm.
I've seen people using AI to give them melodies. Who really cares, you know? Half the melodies people write nowadays, they'll hear something and try and make something similar, anyways.
Mhm.
Um, 99% of the time, your judgment is going to be better than something an AI could make.
Mhm.
For now, you know, that's definitely going to change in the future, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Um, but the one thing I think is cool about using AI tools with your music is there's a lot of plugins that can analyze your song basically and tell you this is how it needs to sound. Here's the knobs to turn. Here's the buttons to press. I think that shit's cool. You know.
Mhm.
Um, in fact, the software I've been using to master my music, like obviously I do all the mixing myself, but the mastering, I do use an AI program, and I have for the past almost 5 years.
Okay.
So it's just, you know, I think it's good to use as tools, but I don't think you should let it do your work for you.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
I think
sense.
that takes the heart and passion out of music if you just let it do it for you, because you know you're not putting in the work. That's just the product is not as quality. You can tell, you know. So
Mhm.
that's just my opinion, though.
Yeah. Me personally, I'm like this is just because I don't like mixing and mastering. So I'm like cool with AI doing that for me, so I save
Yeah,
money. But like the whole creative process, I obviously don't like AI being a part of that
sure.
for like the reasons that you just like described.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah.
just takes the heart out and stuff like that. Um, I feel like with AI and music, like in the next couple years, I feel like real bands or just like at least live instrumentation is gonna become like more popular. I think because like with real like human skill on instruments and stuff, I think that's gonna become
Yep.
like I mean it is popular, but I feel like there's gonna be a higher demand for it. I
I
think
think
we're gonna
so.
go back to like the raw like emotion and like mistakes in music, how they
I
were like in the '70s and
I
such.
certainly hope so.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, I certainly hope so. I think you know I feel like live music is getting more popular by the day. Um, excuse me. No, I gotta say, it. I feel like it's still making a comeback though, because I feel like with COVID back in 2020, everything started shutting down and there was no live music for ages. And then it came back. You know, people were excited, but I feel like now it's really booming. Now it's really coming back. Um, I don't know. I've been to two shows this past year at Bridgestone Arena, and I've never seen the stadium that full. People are just
Hmm.
excited to witness live music again, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely good. I feel like rock and country music are on the rise.
Hell yeah, they
Like they're
are.
getting more popular,
Mm-hmm.
and rap is kind of like declining.
It is. That's for sure.
Yeah. Do you have any like thoughts on that?
Not necessarily. Actually, yes, I do. I feel like rock as a genre, it ebbs and flows. It goes up and down. I say about every 20 years there's a new outbreak in rock music. Like it picks back up.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had the 50s slash the 60s, you had the 70s, then you had the 90s, then you had the 2000s. It's every 10 or 15 years, I guess. Um, 90s you had new metal. Uh, 2000s you had emo and pop punk. Um, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like new metal is actually making a comeback. Um, there's a
Yeah.
great artist. If you like new metal, his name is Mad Kelly. I think I may have mentioned him on the podcast last time. I've been digging a lot of his stuff, but I feel like new metal's making a comeback. Obviously, we have um, uh, hyper pop, hyper punk. Either or. That's definitely on the rise still. Not as
Trap
not as
metal.
trap metal for sure. But I feel like a lot of just rock and roll is on the rise though. Like
Mm-hmm.
actual rock and roll with guitar, bass, drums, and a singer. I feel like that's definitely making a rise. And metalcore itself, like metal is on the rise again. I feel.
Yeah.
I just and maybe it's just the ability to listen to whatever you want on streaming services. But I remember on Spotify probably 8 years ago, you could look at the listener counts for any metal artist versus a rap artist, and of course, rap is a million times bigger.
Mm.
It's rap is still probably either the first or second most popular genre in the world right now. But metal bands, I've seen their numbers are skyrocketing. Um, I mean, Wage War, Bad Omens, Kubla Khan, Knocked Loose. I mean, they're all blowing the fuck up, and I remember when they were all nothing. I mean, I was at Wage War's very first tour ever. They were opening for August Burns Red, Polyphia, um, Every Time I Die, Stick to Your Guns. They were nobody, and they played like a 5 minute, 10 minute opening set, and they were nobody. So just seeing bands like that get super big like they are right now is pretty cool to see, and I'm glad metal's becoming more popular.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely is. Metal, rock, and country are all
Country as well. I was gonna
skyrocketing.
say country. I feel like is starting to return to its roots.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's kind of leaving behind the pop country, which I'm thankful for because I don't like pop country. I do like the old school country, like the rebel country, cowboy country. I feel like that's definitely making a comeback, so I'm excited for that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a lot of like the artists, or I guess country artists that are like on the rise, they're just like telling stories, like how country music used to do.
They are telling stories, which I like better because I feel like
Yeah.
pop country was all about girls, booze, your vehicles,
Mm-hmm.
um, getting your heart broken. Um, but an artist like Culture Wall, if you've ever heard of him,
Yeah, yeah. I love Culture
oh
Wall.
yeah,
Yeah.
see, to
I
me,
listen to him all the time.
storytelling, man. It's just
Yeah.
and pop country is storytelling too, but this is different. I feel like this is more real. I feel like it's
Mm-hmm.
more relatable to most people. It's about working hard. It's about love. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but Culture Wall has like an authenticity about him
He does.
because like he
He's
is
an
literally a
actual
cowboy.
farmer.
Yeah, like he's an
He's a rancher.
actual. Yeah, he's an actual rancher, like from
Saskatchewan,
yeah, yeah.
Canada. Yep.
So he's like a real rancher, and like he grew up with like the stories that he talks about, and like
Yeah.
the kind of lifestyle
I mean,
that
he,
he
he
talks
he
about.
almost never tours because he's so busy with his ranch, taking care
Yeah.
of his animals and his land. So that's real shit right there.
Yeah.
So I respect that, and that's one of the main reasons I love his music.
And his voice, bro. He sounds like a
Oh,
cat. He sounds like a cowboy that died from
yes, he
lung
does.
cancer 200
Yes,
years
he
ago, and
does.
then got revived
Yes,
specifically to sing.
I love his voice. It's awesome.
It's great. Yeah, he's great. Culture Wall. If you see this, text me back.
If you see this, do a song with me. I can do country too. I've never done it, but I'm sure I could.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wait, speaking of texting celebrities, so I DM Drake to be on the podcast, He did not respond, but I mean, it's the final episode, so I guess I could just like let out the like dirty laundry or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Air it out, man.
so this was like months ago. Do you remember, or did you see Bobby Althoff? Do you know who that is? Yeah. So Bobby Althoff, like, whatever, when she like got popular, being like an industry plant and stuff, which I'm not hating. It's just the reality of it.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying she is an industry
No,
plant,
she
but
is.
it sure as hell seems like it.
She's an industry plant, but it's fine. Like, it's cool. Like,
Do your thing. I'm gonna be honest.
yeah.
If a record label reached out to me and said they wanted me to be an industry plant, start like a new artist name, and delete all my old songs and just come out of nowhere with like a face tat or two, I would probably do it.
Damn.
Maybe.
Damn. Okay.
If I knew there was longevity.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like a flash in the pan, like I don't know, someone like Jumex.
Juma, isn't that a drink?
It is a drink, but he's also a rapper, and I'll play.
I heard Jumex gives you cancer.
It probably does.
That's what I heard.
Half the shit gives you cancer nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's the definition of an industry plant. He had millions of monthly listeners, and he's down to 50,000.
Fuck yeah.
Now I will say that's another issue with him that I had with record labels is he never released music. He released one song last year, and he released probably 6 or 7 songs in 2022. He released 3 songs in 2021, and an album in 2020. It looks like. Either way, that's the main issue I have with record labels. You know, I need them to allow their artists to drop whatever they want, and that's the reason he fell off is because he never dropped anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Yeah, that's not the kind of career I would like to have. But who am I to talk? I don't even have a career right now, so.
You have fans though. You have a small fan base that loves you.
I certainly do, and I love them very much.
Yes, sir. But back to the Drake thing. So after like the Bobby
You reached out
Althoff,
to her?
yeah, I did.
Yeah, what'd you say?
I'll show you. It's part of the
For
story.
feet pics?
Oh yeah, I did. But anyways, so back to this. So
You know,
back to
Danny,
the
he
story.
loves his feet.
So I was like, so this is what I said to Drake. I said, hey, it seems like you're letting just anyone interview these days. So do you want to come onto my podcast?
That's understandable, respectable.
I mean-
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, it's rude as hell, and I didn't expect him to message
Ghost
me
you?
back, which he hasn't.
Yeah, he ghosted you. That's rude as fuck, man.
Yeah, so I was expecting that, and then I texted Bobby or DM Bobby, and I said, "Hey, can I be on your podcast?" So just two like real innocent questions.
Yeah.
Just trying to make
Nothing wrong with
connections
that,
in
man.
the
You're just
industry.
trying to make your
Yeah.
way in the world, and they just
Exactly.
let you hang. That's kind of fucked up. They did that to
Yeah,
you.
so they just left me undelivered. It's not the first time they've done that to a young upstanding citizen, just trying to make it in this world. But it is what it is.
It certainly is.
You know what I'm saying? What's the final episode? So like, who gives a shit?
Say
man?
whatever we want. You know, we're having a good time here.
Exactly. Is there anything you want to rant about?
Yes, I do. I'm not going to get into politics, but all I'm going to say
Oh
is
fuck.
it is too fucking expensive to live in this country right now. Food
Yeah.
prices are too high. Mortgage and rent are too high. Our government is a fucking joke. And I think our politicians should stop sending our fucking money to other countries, and they should help our own citizens first instead of letting people suffer. That's all I'm going to say.
Word.
I mean, I said nothing controversial there.
Yeah, that
I
wasn't
think I
controversial.
think that American citizens should take precedence over anyone else because that's our government, and they should be using our tax dollars to help us.
Mhm.
All right, that's all I'm gonna say. That's it.
Yeah. So that leads into my next question. Do you have any cool stories that involve homeless people? Like just talking to homeless people in Nashville or anything cool like that?
At my church growing up, which is the same church we did Boy Scouts at.
Yeah. Wait, really? You went there?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's where we went. We did a program every other Sunday where we would basically take a bus of homeless people from the shelter in Nashville. We'd bring them to Franklin, get them food, new clothing. We had bins and closets full of clothing for them to pick from. We'd bring them in, serve them food, talk to them, see what we could do to help them. But it was always nice to kind of hear these people's stories. You know, a lot of them made mistakes in their lives. A lot of them cost themselves the freedom and ability to live a normal life. But a lot of them just got screwed over. I mean, a lot of them were like, got divorced, their wife took the house and the kids or some shit, and they, I don't know. It's a sad fucking world, and it's sad that some people have to suffer like that. Um, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't, I don't know. I used to give money to this one homeless guy in Franklin. He's pretty cool. He'd sit on the sidewalk outside where I worked, and he was cool to talk to. Um, Seemed like a completely normal guy too. Nothing mentally different, or he was all there. Nice guy. He passed away a couple years ago though. Unfortunately, it was winter and he didn't have shelter, and that just it sucks, man. Um, I don't know, man. Sucks. But yeah, that's about it. I don't talk to that many homeless people. Most of the time I see homeless people, they're on the side of the exit where I'm coming into Franklin, and they got like the sign up, they're asking for money.
Yeah.
As much as I'd like to help, I don't even have the money to help myself. Which is why I'm working in a warehouse. So yeah, it sucks that some people have to suffer, and I wish I could do more to help, but I'm just trying to keep myself afloat right now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's understandable. Do you get to like drive any vehicles at work or anything like that?
Yeah, we have an F-250 that I drive around sometimes to go to make deliveries. Although I just found out this week, or last week, I'm not allowed to do that, and the only reason they never said anything was because they needed the deliveries done.
That's scummy.
So I'm not trained or classified or anything or certified to drive the delivery vehicle. So yay, breaking work rules, I guess,
Yeah.
But that's about it. We have 3 F-250s for deliveries, and obviously we have like a flatbed and a box truck, but I'm not getting in those. Fuck that. I'm not driving a big ass truck. I would 100% kill someone by accident if I drove like a semi. Like, no thanks.
Yeah. I guess I have to share something now. So I used to work at this popular retail chain, and we may or may have not had like moving trucks that people like would rent and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this one lady, like one lady that worked there was she had to like move one of the trucks, and she like ran over this car
Oh.
like in the parking lot, just like demolished it. No one was in it, thankfully, but like
Holy shit. Okay.
but she just fucking just demolished a car, and then they still let her work there.
Do you play video games at all?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring. In fact, before you got here, I was fighting a boss named Malekith, the Black Blade. And
Fire.
yeah, it's pretty sick. And I actually got him down to a sliver of health, and then he killed me.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
It happens
Yeah.
with Souls games.
Yes, it does.
Shout out to Reed Beats. When I interviewed Yasuke in Candy Lake, he was playing Elden Ring next to us. He wasn't in the
Fuck yeah.
frame. He was not in the frame, but he was playing Elden Ring in the room with us on mute, which was pretty funny, to be honest. So on the video, you'll just see like me or Candy just like staring at the screen, and it's pretty funny.
Shout out Reed Beats.
Yeah, shout out Reed Beats and Candy Lake, Yasuke, Bad Weather,
And
that whole collective.
And shout out Elden Ring, too.
Shout
game,
out.
This game fucking rocks.
Shout out from Soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the
Miyazaki. Shout out him, too.
yeah.
And his lakes of rot and poison.
Do you think that like video games or anime has influenced your music at all?
No. No, actually, no.
Okay.
Actually, yes, it has. And here's
There we
why.
go.
Several of my upcoming songs I actually wrote when I was pissed off because, let me give a backstory. I'm working 5 days a week, sometimes more if some shit happens.
Yeah.
I don't have free time to be playing games all the time.
Yeah.
So I barely ever play games, and when I do play games, and if I want to play with friends, we plan it ahead of time. And sometimes they'll agree to play with me, and then I get on, they get on, and then 15 minutes later they're like, "Hey, I'm done."
Mm-hmm.
So that pisses me off. Or when they just completely ghost me.
Mm-hmm.
So I've actually written a couple songs about some friends where they like fucking ghosted me. I was like, "You're a fucking piece of shit."
Mm.
That's like, you have no life. You're not busy ever.
Mm.
I need to make plans so we can do,
So you don't go insane.
gaming's my social time. That's what I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense.
I don't know. It's just that's the only way I can really think that they've influenced me. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when I played, or when I used to play video games, it was like mostly Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
It's like Legend of Zelda, like Ocarina of Time, that's probably my favorite game.
Ocarina of Time's
I don't
good.
care.
My
how
favorite
basic
Zelda
that is.
game
Yeah.
was Phantom Hourglass
Okay.
on the DS.
Yeah.
That shit rocked, dude. I
Yeah.
love that game. Um,
Zelda's a good series, man.
it is a good series. I feel like it's far better than the Mario series. Just in my opinion, it's definitely very different. But
Yeah,
I'm
it's
but I'm
different
but I'm more
games,
of a
but
fantasy guy, so that's why I prefer it.
yeah.
Um,
See, I don't know. I like goofy shit like that. Not necessarily Mario, but just where it's like like the thing about Mario is like it's just stuff that shouldn't be together. Like it's
oh,
like very out
absolutely.
of place goofy shit, and I kind of like that
You know
in
what?
general
What
with
game I
media.
miss was Mario Galaxy.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
with
a great one.
Rosalina and the stars,
Yeah.
and shit, that game fucking rocked.
Yeah, bro,
Playing
that's a
that
good
on the Wii,
one.
playing that on the Wii,
Yeah,
that was awesome.
that's a good one.
But I think the most recent Mario game I've played was just Mario Kart on my Switch, which I think I need to get rid of because I never play my Switch ever.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. Same with my VR headset over there. I never use that shit. What a waste of money, man.
Bro, you know what VR place is like really cool? So Digital Worlds VR.
Okay.
They have like a couple. There's one in Franklin that me and Aiden used to go to
Yeah.
back in the day.
Shout out Digital World VR.
Yeah,
Very
and
cool.
yeah, and shout out Aiden, you know who you are. Oh, anyways, and Craig, you know who you are. But yeah, so like yeah, it's just a room and you go there and Craig just gives you a little mask. You just fucking get attached to the wall and you just play VR
That
with
sounds
the
fucking cool
boys.
to me.
They have like this one like zombie game.
Yeah.
So you're just shooting zombies
I've
with
seen
the
that. Yeah,
boys
that looks
and
so
like
sick.
a coal mine and stuff, and then you can like go outside and it's like this like it's like this southwestern like area that's just like run down. It's fucking awesome.
That sounds fun.
It's
as
so
hell.
cool. That's like a great like thing to do with other people is like hit up
I need to
a
set
virtual
something up
reality
that-
arcade.
Yeah, I need to set something up because that sounds fun
Yeah.
as hell.
Yeah, because they have like a bunch of mini games and stuff. It's fun.
Speaking of technology and VR, Ted Kaczynski was right, guys. We've gone too far.
Yeah.
We're way past the. It was a slippery slope. We're past that now. AI is going to take over, and we're all gonna fucking die. If you ever seen The Matrix, you know that to be true because The Matrix is a documentary. It just
Okay,
hasn't been
alright.
filmed yet.
All right, calm down. Calm down.
I'm just fucking around. I love AI. I think it's very cool, and I think by the time it's deadly in any way, I will have already been dead for 50 years probably, so we're good.
Yeah, like it's cool, but we're also fucked. Just keep that in mind. But it is cool. So I don't know. It's a double-edged sword.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know.
I'm kind of excited to see what happens. I'm also terrified.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
kind of
understand that.
excited.
Yeah, we're just going to have to see because there's no way to know what's going to happen. 20 years ago, nobody could have told me there was going to be a smartphone or VR, I mean, there was VR,
Yeah.
but it was like so shit
It was
quality.
like, yeah, it was like giving people aneurysms.
I mean, nobody could have even told me that there was going to be a 3DS. Do you ever play that shit?
Yeah, I had a 3DS, bro.
Dude, that
Ocarina
was
of Time on 3DS.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
No glasses or nothing. The screen made it 3D. How
Yeah.
the fuck does that work?
I don't know. It was fucking cool.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, the amount of technology we're creating is mind-blowing, and I don't know, man. It's unbelievable what humanity is able to come up with. Hopefully within the next 10, 15 years, they can come up with a cure for cancer and a cure for dementia,
Yeah.
Because fuck cancer and fuck Alzheimer's. Fuck both of those things. We
Hey,
hate
yo,
them.
cancer, if you're listening, fuck you.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck fentanyl too.
Yeah.
That shit's fucked.
There's a lot of. Okay, let's get back to more. Let's get back on
Music.
track here.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like, okay. So you said that this year you want to like dive deeper into TikTok, the
yeah.
other hellscape on this planet, and like, I don't know. Let me back up a little bit. So you've always released music frequently, just throughout. Like you've always released
Yeah.
singles like fairly frequently, I would say.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna like get on TikTok.
See,
So like, what's like, I don't know, like, what's your reasoning behind like that, and like, what do you think other artists can like learn from your experiences, and also what is like your plan for this year, I guess.
so the main reason I'm going to TikTok is because, like I said, I've seen a lot of my friends, they're posting constantly on there. And, they're not having every TikTok go viral, but one out of maybe 100 videos does. And that just explodes their success. If I can find the right audience and get the music to people who are going to enjoy it and like get it in front of the right audience, that's the goal with TikTok. I feel like it's the best way to do it because you don't need to be following someone to see their content. It'll just put it on their page if you use the right hashtags and such. So that's the main reason I want to do it. Now, in terms of based on my experience for other artists, I don't really have experience so far. Since I haven't really done it, I've done one video on TikTok and it did okay. It got a couple likes, but I don't know. We're just gonna have to see. But my plan for this year is to, overall save money, find a better job, and release a shitload of music. Make a bunch of good stuff. But definitely, I really want to work on more of my marketing side and getting myself more out there, more towards the right audience. And I definitely think TikTok's the way to do that. And obviously, anything I post on TikTok, I'm gonna post as a reel on Instagram as well. So I don't think it can hurt to have my videos put everywhere and just get more attention for an audience, a fan base. Get that out there. So I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. Um, I'm not looking forward to all the hate I'm 100% going to get
Yeah,
because
fuck it.
my
Who
friends will
cares?
post videos and it's just like it's just their song. There's nothing controversial, and someone will just go in the comments and be like, "This fucking sucks." Like I don't know. I used to like really let that shit bother me. I don't really give a fuck anymore. Just because who fucking cares, dude? Like if I want this shit, I need to work for it, and because of that, I can't let it bother me if other people say shit. So it is what it is.
What's like the worst comment you've gotten so far?
I've had a bunch of people tell me to kill myself. Um, I remember back in early 2020, dude, a bunch of like fucking 12-year-old kids were ganging up on me and calling me this shitty SoundCloud rapper. It hurt a little bit because I don't know. I mean, although I did kind of look through their pages and I saw who they listened to, and I was like, okay, I'm fine. These kids have fucking shit taste in music. I don't know. I thought that was. I mean, looking back on it now, that shit's fucking hilarious that I just let them bother me like that. Like it's a bunch of fucking 12 and 13-year-olds. I don't know, but yeah, like I've definitely had plenty of people tell me to kill myself because I make emo music. Like, okay,
It's
like
low-hanging
my life is
fruit,
better than
kind of.
yours.
Yeah.
I have a wife and a baby. I own a house. I mean, my life is fine. I just love making sad music.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. There's like two funny comments that stick out of my mind that I've gotten.
Yeah.
When I was like posting, which I need to get back to doing, I guess. But when I was posting like a lot of guitar videos, like
Dude, guitar players are the biggest fucking gatekeepers in the world.
gatekeepers.
Did they like shit on you for your playing?
Yeah, so there's like this 12 or 13-year-old kid, and
Oh
he
my
was like,
god.
so I have so like to get nerdy, I have a Strat, so it just has like 3 single coils.
Yeah.
That's just the pickup it has. That's like the way Leo Fender intended.
Sure.
And so this kid was like, so I was playing like an overdriven riff,
Yeah.
and the thing is like with overdrive on single coils, there's gonna be a lot of feedback, because that's naturally what it is. But if you're going
Sure.
for that, then like you should go for like Hendrix, for example.
Sure.
Shit ton of
Fuck
feedback.
yeah.
But
And
he
it
had a
worked.
single coil guitar and it worked. But there was like this kid and he was like, "See, bro, this is why you need at least one humbucker on your guitar, because so you can play overdriven stuff." And it's like, okay, you're actually just stupid, because it's like you like if just go for the sound that you want.
Yeah.
Like there's like a purpose. Like there's a purpose. Like if a guitar player knows what they're doing, there's a purpose behind every decision, even if it like goes against the face. And also like that's such like a closed-minded thing to be like you can't use overdrive on a single coil
Oh,
guitar.
I know, dude.
Like,
It's
are you
just,
stupid? So you're just gonna play like clean all
dude,
the time?
you know what's
You're dumb. You're
you know,
stupid.
you know what's funny
But it was
is
funny.
the interface I used to record up there, the Scarlett.
Yeah.
Would you have one of those?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's like it's the entry level interface that everyone gets.
Yeah.
Dude, I got shit on so hard for using a Scarlett.
For using it? That's dumb.
I've never had an issue with the Scarlett. I think it's a great interface. It does what I need it to do, and my music sounds just fine. I don't think if I spent $1,000 on an interface, my quality of product would increase. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if I won the Powerball, of course, yeah, I'm gonna buy a better interface. I'm gonna buy better everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I have not won the Powerball, and I'm working at a warehouse, so that's why I have a Scarlett.
But it's also just good. Like I don't know what to not trying to get a brand sponsorship or anything, but it's just a good product.
No, Scarlett's good.
At the end of the day, like-
Scarlett is high quality.
I hate gearheads in general. Like even when it comes down to like pedals or anything, it's
Yeah.
like, bro, just use what you want. And if it
Oh, of
works, it
course,
works.
man.
Like
I
like
agree with
using
that.
using like a fucking like Boss blues driver is just as valid as using like a boutique Centaur pedal or whatever. It's like just use what you can afford and what
Yep.
you like.
Yep.
You know,
Dude.
both are valid.
Same thing with my audio monitors. I have KRK Rockets. People shit on those,
Mhm.
but they sound fucking phenomenal to me. They
Mhm.
sound fantastic. Excuse me. They sound fantastic, and they give me the sound I want.
Mhm.
One thing that's interesting about those is if you're not sitting right in front of the studio, the sound actually does sound off. Like they are not edited. They're placed in a specific way where the sound waves meet right where I'm sitting.
Mhm.
It's phenomenal how it works.
Wait, but let's get okay. So let me ask you this question again. So like, what is your reasoning for like releasing frequently, just in general?
Sure. So I think I mentioned part of this back in our first interview, which was that I was originally going to release an album,
Mhm.
which I never did.
Mhm.
And I did release every song that was on there, but it was
Mhm.
just as singles. I have been told by countless people who have found success with their music that the best way to, keep momentum is to just do one song a month.
Mhm.
So I was able to do that last year, and I'm doing it this year again. January we got Burn the Bridge. February we have Winter again. And then March through the rest of the year I got plenty of stuff I'm working on, so we'll be just fine. But it's definitely a good way to keep releasing stuff, keep your audience entertained,
Mhm. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything for the finale of the Danny Harton
Dude,
show.
we're just having a good
Yeah,
fucking time
we're
here.
just having a good time. So yeah, I mean, just give like I don't know. What do you want to say, Isaac? Say just what do you want to say to like the people, watching this?
Thank you for watching. If any of y'all listen to my music already, thank you for listening. For however long you've listened, thank you for supporting me. I make next to nothing off of my music. I put a lot of money into it, so just to have anyone at all listening to me means the world. Because I know you're taking time out of your day to listen to something I've created. And the fact that a lot of you come back day in and day out and listen to the same songs over and over again means the world to me. I can't believe people give a shit about my music. I can't believe people care about what I create. I mean, I'm not a big artist. I have probably 3,000 monthly listeners right now, which is fantastic. I'm so thankful for that. But I mean, that's probably 400 or 500 streams a day, maybe 300 listeners. The fact that 300 fucking people listen to me every day,
Mhm.
in no world would I have ever imagined I would have that many people that give a shit about what I create. So thank you for that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and yeah. So this is the last episode of the show. I released a video um before this one. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's just like a sit down video where I'm just like kind of going through like why I'm ending the show. So if you want a reason, then you can watch that video. I'll also link it in the description for you if you guys care. But I just want to thank everyone for like, watching um or like just listening to this show. It means the world to me. Uh first first episode I did, which was with Isaac here, is like it got like 50 views in the first day. So I can relate to you where
Yeah.
it's like, what the fuck? Like, why are 50 people like even paying
Yeah.
attention to what I'm doing? Like, that shit is wild to me. So I think everyone that's like taking the time to watch, comment, like, subscribe to my channel, like, that shit's just, it's crazy, but like in a good way. Like, I'm thankful for it.
Yeah.
Um, so like this channel is not going away or anything. It's just that the interviews are stopping. Um, so again, you can watch that video if you want. Uh, if you're gonna leave, if you were here for the interviews and you're gonna leave now, I understand. I don't hold anything against you. But just thank you guys for sticking around, and I'm not going away. I'm just pivoting into a different like career path, I guess. So that's everything really. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Also, I'll leave a Spotify playlist that has like a couple songs, like my favorite songs from every artist that I've like had on the show. So that playlist is gonna stay up forever. So you can go through that and listen to the artists, listen to Into Misery and everyone else that I've had on the show. That's everything. Just thank you guys for watching and fuck you Drake for not texting me back.
Yeah, fuck you, Drake.
Yeah. All right. Peace. Love you guys.